Hey, welcome back to episode number 34 of Mysteries and Beliefs podcast with John Carter. Today, I'm joined by my co-host Lisa again. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Today, the episode is going to be about the Tippecanoe curse. Before we get to that, I want to start off by saying happy birthday to Martin Luther the King.
Happy birthday. It's Martin Luther King Day. You got to sing, celebrate.
Yeah,
sing, celebrate for a king.
We should have had a recording of Stevie Wonder singing the song, not you. Have you ever heard of the Curse of Tippecanoe?
Nope.
Yes, you have. Yeah, I know you have.
Are you sure?
you probably know it by another name.
What's the name?
The 20-year presidential curse.
No, I haven't heard about that either.
Yes, you have.
Pretty sure I haven't.
What makes this relevant is because our newly elected president on November 2020 will be inaugurated into office on this Wednesday. The Curse of Tippecanoe is a curse on the United States presidents elected years divisible by 20. It's been going on since 1840. Each president died while in office. So that's why it's the 20-year curse. Got it? And you've heard of that.
So are we talking about specifically about the curse or?
Specifically about the curse.
Okay.
The Tippecanoe curse.
Never mind the candidate because we're not doing political stuff.
No, it's
okay.
But it is relevant. I'll say why.
Okay.
I want to preface by saying first that it's going to be a lot of reading because it's a lot of history facts that I don't have committed to memory. So I have to read this stuff.
All right.
And some of them we know right off the bat. Well, the Tippecanoe curse, it referenced to the name of William Henry Harrison. And the reason why, they called him Old Tippecanoe. And the reason why he got that name, Old Tippecanoe, is because he was the commander-in-chief of the Indian Territory in 1811. And this is when the Battle of Tippecanoe took place.
Okay.
Which was part of Tecumseh War. Now, with the Battle of Tippecanoe, he went up against the Shawnee chief Tecumseh and his younger brother Tuscataway, in which they organized a federation or a coalition of Indians. They resisted the expansion westward. The battle took place near the river called Tippecanoe, and this is why it's called the Tippecanoe curse. Tuscataway and his troops were defeated by troops commanded by Harrison. Tuscataway's brother Tecumseh was killed in a later battle. Tuscataway set a curse against Harrison and predicted that he would be elected president and would die during the term. And each chief thereafter, every 20 years, would die also.
Oh.
So that's where the curse came from. And William Henry Harrison was elected in 1840, died of pneumonia less than a month after taking office. So he was the first person that succumbed to the curse.
Yeah.
And he was known as the shortest running president in history. 1 month in office.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Thinking you about to lead the country.
You're a so-called
leader of the free world.
You're a military hero, got elected president, and as soon as you get sworn in, you die a month later.
Boom shakalaka.
Wow. And the reason why I thought you would know this is because this one you should know right off the bat.
Why?
Because Abraham Lincoln. So Harrison was elected president in 1840.
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln was elected president in 1860.
Oh, God.
20 years.
20 years. Yep.
And of course, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth in the Ford Theater on April 15th in 1865.
Yeah.
So that's president number 2, 20 years later.
Okay.
The third president, James Garfield, was elected president in 1880. Garfield was shot twice in the back and once in the arm by Charles Guiteau, September 19th, 1881, in Baltimore at a railroad station.
Damn, what's he doing at a railroad station?
He had to travel. I can't remember exactly where he was going, but he was traveling to go somewhere else. We didn't have airplanes back then, so they didn't have Air Force One. So how could he get around? And it was much easier to get around because remember, there wasn't the Secret Service like we have today.
Right. Yeah.
So I know I have to look into that. I have to see when the Secret Service came in play.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. I watched the documentary on it, but I just can't. It was several years ago that I watched that documentary. Charles Guteau that shot Garfield. As they led him away to jail, he was yelling out, "Stalwart and Arthur will be president." And I guess these are running mates or people that was running against Garfield that year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he got killed straight up over a political beef.
Gangster.
I know. Crazy. Now, that was 1880 when Garfield was elected president. In 1900, William McKinley was elected president. William McKinley was assassinated inside the Temple of Music in Buffalo, New York on September 6, 1901 by Leon Zalgas. To shoot him, he concealed his gun in a handkerchief. And McKinley was doing like a greeting line while they were at this concert. So when Zalgas came up to him, he got close enough. He pulled his gun out of the handkerchief and shot him twice in the stomach. After McKinley was shot, he was taken to a place called Wilburn House, which was owned by a lawyer from Buffalo by the name of John Wilburn. They bought surgeons there, and the surgeons couldn't find the bullets to take them out. They just kind of dug around and looked for it, but they couldn't find it.
Sheesh.
But at that time, they
dug around sounds so harsh.
Yeah, that's what they did. They had to dig for the bullets because they couldn't visually see it.
Right.
Although at the time they had some type of x-ray machines, they refused to do an x-ray.
Why?
I don't know. They said they just refused to do an x-ray. So his condition was improving, but it worsened because what happened from them probing and digging, he got a blood infection.
Nice. And never mind the them not washing their hands.
Yeah, because they didn't have the sterile technique like we did. And that's why so many soldiers died during the Civil War, because there was no sterile technique.
Right.
They just kind of cut a leg off, wash it off, and then let you go.
Right.
And then if you use like drinking alcohol, that doesn't help.
Yeah.
It doesn't disinfect the wounds at all. And the reason why Leon Zalgas did this is because of the brutal conditions in the country at that time.
Right.
During the 1900s, they had very harsh times. So he felt that by killing the president, that would make the social conditions better for the people in the country.
Yeah, a little bit backwards.
Yeah, it is. Next president was elected in 1920, Warren Harding. And, it's not funny, but you go down these lists I have a list, like I said.
You're laughing a little bit.
No, I go down this list and I'm reading because, like I said, I don't have this committed to memory, but how these presidents were just taken away. And a lot of these cases that we didn't even know about. Because they were just I wouldn't say lost to history, but most people don't know how many presidents die from this Tippecanoe curse.
Right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Because like you said, you didn't know, but it's been around forever, and people always talked about this curse.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Warren Harding was elected president in 1920 and died of a heart attack in August the 2nd in 1923.
The stress? Did he know about the curse? Did he know that may have happened? Maybe that's what led it to.
That's the thing is, I don't know if this was passed on to the presidents or anything at all.
I'd imagine it would. Look how dude killed someone because he thought that, what's his name, Harding? That you said that the economy would grow? Or
that was McKinley.
McKinley, yeah.
Yeah. So that was William McKinley, elected in 1900. And again, in 1920, Warren Harding, elected president, died of a heart attack in 1923. The next one that we have is Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Was elected president in 1940 and died of a cerebral hemorrhage.
An aneurysm? Is that what that is?
Yeah. Aneurysm pops in your head and you die. And this is the most popular one. Don't want to say it like that, like it's a movie. JFK, John Fitzgerald Kennedy.
I do like the name Fitzgerald.
He was elected in 1960. So again, he was elected in a year divisible by 20. Everybody that's listening to this podcast know about John F. Kennedy. And being allegedly shot by Lee Harvey Oswald in a Texas book depository in Dallas, Texas on November 22nd, 1963. And we had Secret Service at that time.
They had a lot of blind spots.
They had it's a lot of conspiracies. It's a lot of conspiracies around the death of JFK. And that's one thing we haven't touched on yet. We haven't touched on conspiracies about the death of JFK or conspiracy surrounding the death of Martin Luther King either.
The mystery and the belief.
The mysteries and the beliefs and the conspiracy. So at one point, once we do conspiracies, I think JFK is the biggest one because, you know, I have books on JFK and I've watched everything that you can imagine on JFK about the murder.
Of the mystery. You want to try to figure it out.
I don't think you can ever figure it out. Only people that were there, people that know about this are the only ones that would.
Was it descendants of the person that made the curse? I'm kidding. Go ahead.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But
they wanted to see it play out.
But not a descendant, but a sitting president at one point had known what happened.
Okay. Well,
and
maybe not too politically right now, but
that's a conspiracy about that, and the reason why the FBI they didn't release all of the files because
good, bad, or indifferent, it's still worth it. No matter your political affiliation, it's definitely worth looking into if you're into mysteries.
Yes, and the one thing I did want to talk about
conspiracies, one of the two, three.
Now, what I did want to talk about, if you guys haven't watched this movie, it is a very good movie by James Franco, or James Franco is in the movie. It's called 11/22/63. James Franco's character goes back in time and tries to stop the death of JFK.
Was he successful?
No,
you would have to tell the story.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. No, it's been on Hulu for a while. It was a Hulu original.
How long ago?
Geez, I watched this movie probably 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2-3 years ago. But I believe it's still available to find on Hulu. So if you guys want to watch that, it's a pretty good movie. It's very interesting. Some of the events in the movie are based on historical fact, which I liked. A little spin in it because he is traveling back in time. Next, this is our time. This is our era. In 1980, Ronald Reagan was elected president, but Ronald Reagan survived a gunshot by John Hinckley. Remember in the Washington Hilton? But he survived. It was an assassination attempt.
But where did they shoot him?
Do you mean in the body?
Yeah.
He got shot, I believe, in the chest and the upper
arm.
Was it?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He got shot in the chest and the upper arm.
Because his security guy is the one who died, right?
No,
the Secret Service guy died.
No, no one died around that. Somebody got shot. There were 2 people who got shot.
Yeah.
It was James. One of the cabinet people got shot.
Secret Service guy got shot.
He's the one who jumped in front of the bullet, but he got shot, but he did not die. No one died surrounding the shooting of
new civics class.
No one died around the shooting of Ronald Reagan. I think.
So did he break the curse?
That's what the thought is. Did he break the curse? Because there was assassination attempt on him. It was divisible by 20 and he survived. And the same thing with George W. Bush. In 2000, he survived an attempt on his life as well. So I think the curse lasted close to 100 years and there's no other president that was elected divisible by 20 has died in office. So maybe starting with Ronald Reagan, the curse lasting close to 100 years was broken.
Let's hope so.
I mean, there was attempts on him and George Bush. Both of them, survived the curse. And the reason why it was relevant, because again, tomorrow is inauguration for Joe Biden.
Right.
Joe Biden was elected president in 2020, divisible by 20.
Sure.
So will it go down in the history books or is this curse just gone?
Let's hope Reagan broke it.
Yes, we hope Reagan broke it.
It's scary to think about just in general.
Two other notable ones is Thomas Jefferson. He was elected in 1880.
Okay.
And he survived the curse. And James Monroe survived the curse, and he was elected president in 1820. So I thought we talked about those. No?
Nope.
So hopefully this curse is broken.
Let's hope so. Gosh, can you imagine? I don't want to be a part of that.
On our next episode, we're going to talk about skinwalkers, and skinwalkers is a curse also. Native American curses seem to have some legs to it.
The indigenous people, they have spoken.
Yes. And things did happen, with these curses they put on people. This was a short one today, but I think, like I mentioned earlier, it's relevant because of the day. Joe Biden will be sworn in as president on Wednesday, the 20th, 2021. Better.
Woohoo!
Sorry about that. I thought it was on Tuesday that for some reason that he was being inaugurated.
Yeah, no, the 20th, 2021. So maybe that's the breaker. I don't know. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to see that again in my lifetime. I don't care who is in office. Ever.
It's bad enough things that are going on in the world today.
Yeah.
To have our...
Seems like the world, we're already cursed. Seriously.
Yeah, I know. To have our incumbent president succumb to a curse.
Do you believe in curses?
To a certain degree, I do.
Yeah.
Because, you have different types of curses, but we'll keep that for the episode when we talk about deadly curses.
Okay. Deadly curse.
Deadly curse.
Let's talk about it.
All right. So, anything else that you'd like to add to this?
Be safe. That's it. That's all I have to add to that. Be safe. Everybody, if you're in the DMV area, pay attention to the red and green zones. Be vigilant, careful. Whether you're headed to work, a lot of people have been given the day off. I know a lot of our family members and friends have been given the week off due to what's going on, and let's hope they're being paid, because that's crazy to have to take off for
this. Of course they're being paid for. They're government employees.
Not just government.
Well, government and government contractors. Some of them do get paid.
Okay. You should probably look at your Facebook.
Are you talking about just people that work in Washington, D.C.?
Yeah. Just
I thought you were referring to government.
No, I wasn't just talking about government. I know that we have
family.
We have family and friends that work all over D.C. or just even if you're going beyond Arlington, or if you're coming from Silver Spring or what have you from Maryland into D.C. this week, just be careful, be vigilant. We don't condone violence at all. That's all I had to add to it in keeping on topic with the curse. That's violent, right? I mean, you curse someone, there's a sense of violence to it, certain curses, right? So
yeah,
just be safe.
Be safe. And to end this thing off, if you guys have a story, comment, or question or anything that you'd like to add to it, send it to John Carter at mysteriesandbeliefspodcast.com. We can share it on an upcoming episode, or you can be on the show to share it yourself. Until next time.
Peace, 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 peace.